a WikiVidi documentaries production. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Enjoy. Naga. Naga or Nagi is a Sanskrit word which basically refers to a serpent or snake, especially the king cobra. The term Naga in Hinduism, Buddhism and Jainism denotes divine, semi-divine deities, or a semi-divine race of half-human half-serpent beings that resides in the heavenly Patala and can occasionally take human form. They are principally depicted in three forms: wholly humans with snakes on their heads and necks, common serpents, or as half-human half-snake beings. A female Naga is a Nagi, nagin, or nagini. Nagaraja is seen as the king of Nagas and naginis. Etymology. In Sanskrit, a is a cobra, the Indian cobra. A synonym for is. There are several words for snake in general, and one of the very commonly used ones is. Sometimes the word is also used generically to mean snake. The word is cognate with English snake, Germanic sneka, Proto-ea, nego. Hinduism. The mythological serpent race that took form as cobras often can be found in Hindu iconography. The Nagas are described as the powerful, splendid, wonderful, and proud semi-divine race that can assume their physical form either as human, partial human serpent, or the whole serpent. Their domain is in the enchanted underworld, the underground realm filled with gems, gold, and other earthly treasures called Naga Loka or Patala Loka. They are also often associated with bodies of waters, including rivers, lakes, seas, and wells, and are guardians of treasure. Their power and venom made them potentially dangerous to humans. However, they often took beneficial protagonist role in Hindu mythology, such as in Samudramanthan mythology. Vasuki, a Nagaraja who abides on Shiva's neck, became the churning rope for churning of the ocean of milk. Their eternal mortal enemies are the Garudas, the legendary semi-divine bird-like deity. Vishnu is originally portrayed in the form sheltered by Naga, or reclining on Sesa, but the iconography has been extended to other deities as well. The serpent is a common feature in Ganesha iconography and appears in many forms: around the neck, uses a sacred thread wrapped around the stomach as a belt, held in a hand, coiled at the ankles, or as a throne. Shiva is often shown garlanded with a snake. Mela states that Patanjali is thought to be a manifestation of the serpent of eternity. Buddhism. As in Hinduism, the Buddhist Naga generally has the form of a great cobra, usually with a single head, but sometimes with many. At least some of the Nagas are capable of using magic powers to transform themselves into a human semblance. The Naga is sometimes portrayed as a human being with a snake or dragon extending over his head. One Naga, in human form, attempted to become a monk, and when telling it that such ordination was impossible, the Buddha told it how to ensure that it would be reborn a human, and so able to become a monk. In the Devadatta chapter of the Lotus Sutra, the daughter of the Dragon King, an 8-year-old Longnu, after listening to Manjusri preach the Lotus Sutra, transforms into a male bodhisattva and immediately reaches full enlightenment. This tale appears to reinforce the viewpoint prevalent in Mahayana scriptures that a male body is required for Buddhahood, even if a being is so advanced in realization that they can magically transform their body at will and demonstrate the emptiness of the physical form itself. Nagas are believed to both live on Mount Meru, among the other minor deities, and in various parts of the human-inhabited earth. Some of them are water dwellers, living in streams or the ocean. Others are earth dwellers, living in underground caverns. The Nagas are the followers of one of the four heavenly kings who guards the western direction. They act as a guard upon Mount Sumeru, protecting the devas of Trayastrimsa from attack by the Asuras. Among the notable Nagas of Buddhist tradition is Mukalinda, Nagaraja and protector of the Buddha. In the Vinaya Sutra, shortly after his enlightenment, the Buddha is meditating in a forest when a great storm arises, but graciously eucalyptus gives shelter to the Buddha from the storm by covering the Buddha's head with his 7 snake heads. Then the king takes the form of a young Brahmin and renders the Buddha homage. It is noteworthy that the 2 chief disciples of the Buddha, Sariputta and Moggallana, are both referred to as Mahanaga or Great Naga. Some of the most important figures in Buddhist history symbolize Nagas in their names, such as Dignaga, Nagasena, and, although other etymons are assigned to his name, Nagarjuna, in the Vajrayana and Mahasiddha traditions. Nagas in their half-human form are depicted holding a Naga jewel, kumbhas of Amrita, or a terma that had been elementally encoded by adepts. According to tradition, Prajna Paramita sutras had been given by the Buddha to a great Naga who guarded them in the sea, and were conferred upon Nagarjuna later. Cambodia. The 7-headed Nagas often depicted as guardian statues, carved as balustrades on causeways leading to main Cambodian temples, such as those found in Angkor Wat. Apparently they represent the 7 races within Naga society, which has a mythological, or symbolic, association with the 7 colors of the rainbow. Furthermore, Cambodian Naga possess numerological symbolism in the number of their heads. Odd-headed Naga symbolize the male energy, infinity, timelessness, and immortality. This is because, numerologically, all odd numbers come from 1. Even-headed Naga are said to be female, representing physicality, mortality, temporality, and the earth. Indonesia. In Javanese and Balinese culture, Indonesia, a Naga is depicted as a crowned, giant, magical serpent, sometimes winged. It is similarly derived from the Shiva Hinduism tradition, merged with Javanese animism. Naga in Indonesia mainly derived and influenced by Indic tradition, combined with the native animism tradition of sacred serpents. In Sanskrit the term Naga literally means snake, but in Java it normally refers to serpent deity, associated with water and fertility. In Borobudur, the Nagas are depicted in their human form, but elsewhere they are depicted in animal shape. Early depictions of circa 9th century Central Java closely resembled Indic Naga, which was based on cobra imagery. During this period, Naga serpent are depicted as a giant cobra supported the waterspout of Yoni Lingam. The examples of Naga sculpture can be found in several Javanese kandis, including Prambanan, Sambasari, Ijo, and Jawi. In East Java, the Penataran temple complex contain a Kandi Naga, an unusual Naga temple with its Hindu Javanese caryatids holding corpulent Nagas aloft. The later depiction since the 15th century, however, was slightly influenced by Chinese dragon imagery, although unlike its Chinese counterparts, Javanese and Balinese Nagas do not have legs. Naga as the lesser deity of earth and water is prevalent in the Hindu period of Indonesia, before the introduction of Islam. In Balinese tradition, Nagas are often depicted battling Garuda. Intricately carved Naga are found as stairs, railings and bridges, or stairs, such as those found in Balinese temples, Ubud Monkey Forest, and Taman Sari in Yogyakarta. In a Wayang theatre story, a snake god named Sangyang Anantaboga, or Antaboga, is a guardian deity in the bowels of the earth. Naga symbolize the nether realm of earth or underworld. Laos. Naga are believed to live in the Laotian stretch of the Mekong or its estuaries. Lao mythology maintains that the Naga are the protectors of the Vientiane, and by extension, the Lao state. The Naga association was most clearly articulated during and immediately after the reign of Anuvong. An important poem from this period, San Lupfasun, discusses relations between Laos and Thailand in a veiled manner, using the Naga and the Garuda to represent the Lao and the Thai, respectively. The Naga is incorporated extensively into Lao iconography, and features prominently in Lao culture throughout the length of the country, not only in Vientiane. Malaysia. In Malay and Orang Asli traditions, the Lake Kini, located in Pahang, is home to a Naga called Sri Gumam. Depending on legend versions, her predecessor Sri Pahang or her son left the lake and later fought a Naga called Sri Cambodia. Cambodia is the Malay name for Cambodia. Like the Naga legends there are stories about an ancient empire in Lake Kini, although the stories are not linked to the Naga legends. Brought to you by WikiVidi documentaries. Would you like to